September 1933. Aichi Prefecture. Kiichiro Toyota stood gazing out the window. White smoke rose from the chimneys of the loom factory. The automatic loom his father Sakichi had left behind. It was Japan's pride. But something was stirring in Kiichiro's heart. He had returned from inspecting operations in Europe and America. Ford's factories. GM's production lines. What he saw there was the future. Japan needs an automobile industry. Those around him objected. We're successful with looms. Why take the risk? But Kiichiro's resolve would not waver. August 1937. Toyota Motor Corporation was established. The first president was his brother-in-law, Risaburo Toyota. Kiichiro was vice president. But the true commander was Kiichiro. He was the one moving everything forward. Capital, $12 million. 300 employees. Japan's automobile industry took its first breath. But no one could have imagined that this small company would become the world's largest automaker. August 1945. The war ended. The Koremo air raid destroyed roughly 1/4 of the factory. But that wasn't the only crisis. Demand vanished. No materials, no capital. The Japanese economy collapsed. Almost no citizens could afford to buy automobiles. 1950. Toyota stood on the brink of bankruptcy. Cash flow deteriorated. Banks refused financing. Kiichiro faced a decision. Massive workforce reductions. His hand gripped the report. The paper wrinkled slightly. Am I about to ruin thousands of lives at the company I created? June 1950. The labor union launched a strike. The factory came to a complete halt. Production, zero. Toyota stood at the edge of death. Alone in his office, Kiichiro gazed out the window. No smoke rose from the factory chimneys. June 25, 1950. Kiichiro Toyota announced his resignation. This is my responsibility. He lost everything. His father's dream. His own dream. And the company. But then, labor negotiations reached resolution, and financial support combined with management restructuring. Toyota survived the crisis. Kiichiro departed. But Toyota lived on. Yet the crisis wasn't over. Toyota survived, but it lacked competitive strength. GM and Ford boasted overwhelming production efficiency. Toyota couldn't catch up. At that moment, one man stepped forward. Taiichi Ohno. Ohno and others led years of accumulated improvements in management and the factory floor. This would become the Toyota production system. He walked the factory floor endlessly, stopwatch in hand, observing the workers' movements. And then he realized something. There's too much waste? Mid-1950s. Ohno traveled to America for observation. What he saw there was a supermarket. When products disappeared from the shelves, they were immediately replenished. This is it. Something ignited in Ohno's mind. What's needed, when it's needed, in exactly the amount needed. Just-in-time was born. Ohno introduced the Kanban system. Work instructions on a single sheet of paper. That sheet, called Kanban, changed everything. Only the necessary parts reached the line. Inventory minimized. Waste disappeared. But this wasn't mere efficiency improvement. This was philosophy. By eliminating waste, quality emerges. Toyota obsessed over quality. Kaizen, improvement, never ends. And on. If there's a problem, stop the line. The 5 whys, discover the true cause. These weren't just techniques. This was culture. Every Toyota worker had the authority to stop the line. For the sake of quality, stopping production was permitted. At GM and Ford, this was unthinkable. 1957. Toyota challenged America. The Toyopet Crown. Toyota's first car exported to America. But the result was crushing defeat. American highways were fast. The Crown couldn't keep up. Sales in 1958, a mere 287 units. Toyota was forced to retreat. But Toyota refused to quit. 1966. Toyota launched the Corolla. 80-point policy plus alpha. That was the concept. score over 80 points in every category, and in one area, deliver something over 90 points. Don't aim for perfection, but create a car that satisfies everyone. The Corolla swept the world. Over 50 million units sold. It became history's best-selling car. 1984. Toyota and GM joined forces. Fremont, California. The NUMMI joint venture plant. GM wanted to learn the Toyota production system. Toyota wanted to understand the American market. But the cultural wall was thick. American workers feared stopping the line. Stop it and you're fired. Toyota's engineers said, "Don't hide problems, stop the line." Slowly, the culture began to shift. NUMMI later proved something profound. The same factory can achieve different quality and morale through different methods. This case spread understanding of lean production worldwide. September 1989. Toyota embarked on a new challenge. Lexus, a luxury brand. The relentless pursuit of perfection. The LS 400. It was a challenge to Mercedes-Benz and BMW. Promotional demonstrations of the era became legendary for showing quietness. The engine could run without toppling champagne glasses, that level of silence. Quietness, quality, reliability, world-class standards across every dimension. The German makers were shaken. The Japanese mass-market manufacturer entering luxury? Yet Lexus succeeded. 2008. Toyota finally reached the summit. Calendar year group sales, 8.97 million units. Surpassing GM, it became the world's largest automaker. But that year, the Lehman shock struck the world. The summit marked the beginning of turbulence. The dream that began in a garage in Aichi Prefecture in 1933. 75 years later, it conquered the world. From looms to Lexus. From the brink of bankruptcy to global dominance. June 2012. Toyota's cumulative production surpassed 200 million vehicles. But behind this number lay countless stories. Kiichiro Toyoda's dream. Taiichi Ohno's obsession. The workers who survived thousands of layoffs. What they left behind wasn't cars. It was philosophy. Eliminate waste. Never compromise on quality. Improvement has no end. The Toyota production system was adopted in factories worldwide. It became the new standard for manufacturing. Yet the distortions of growth emerged. The 2020s. Type designation certification fraud was exposed. Hino, Daihatsu, Toyota Industries, and Toyota itself. Quality and compliance issues followed one after another. In the pursuit of being number one, something was lost. Chairman Akio Toyoda declared, "Return sovereignty to the factory floor. If there's an abnormality, stop." To return to that fundamental principle. Today, certification and regulatory compliance carry the same weight as quality. The courage to stop must be supported not just by factory culture, but by organizational governance. And now, the automotive industry faces massive transformation through electrification. Toyota doesn't limit itself to BEVs alone. Including hybrids, PHEVs, and hydrogen, it pursues CO2 reduction through multiple pathways suited to regional circumstances. Electricity, regulations, resource constraints. These vary by region. There is no single optimal solution. The ultimate destination for manufacturing. That was the Toyota production system. Japanese manufacturing philosophy conquered the world. But this success was no accident. It was the accumulation of countless failures and improvements. So let me ask you this. Don't assume perfection from the start. Keep cycling improvements on the factory floor. Making that into a system, that was the essence of Toyota. If your organization is stagnating, perhaps it's because you're aiming for perfection too much. Improvement has no end. That determination creates history. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Through Toyota's story, we explored the essence of manufacturing. Success doesn't emerge overnight. It's the accumulation of countless improvements. Blueprint of Giants dives deep into the decisions of history's great figures and companies, delivering wisdom you can apply to your life and work. In the next story, let's share new discoveries together. Hit subscribe and like to continue this journey. Until next time.